Hello YouTubers, my name is Lethologica, and welcome to part 3 of Kerbal Space Program. And also, since I'm recording this on May 4th, I'd like to wish everyone out there happy May the 4th be with you day. And I know I'm going to be having a great day, as I am going to be watching Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, which is my personal favorite. I know there's probably some disagreement and discussion for that one, but that'll have to wait till another time. So, I've done a little more homework on this game and checked out what some other people are doing and realized I may have been playing this game a little incorrectly. But, I've been having some fun, so that works too. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go into our contracts here, and apparently there's one of the best ways to get science, and I should have probably read these missions a little more carefully, and I'm worried I missed them, is look for these missions. The ones that say, just do something at Kerbal and launch site. So, I can't remember which items we have. Like this, not that one. I'm worried I may have missed some of them because I rushed going into orbit. So I don't recommend doing that. And I think, yeah, damn. That's unfortunate. But I still have this one. And I can't accept this because I already have 2 active contracts. So that's just a suggestion for people. Yeah, I wish I'd done this all dumb, but what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be focusing on getting the visual survey so I can get this one out of the way. So this was to take, to 0-P5C2. So what we're going to do is close this, and what we need to do is we need to get some parts. We will be needing these aviation parts. Now, we are 15 science short, so how do we get that? Well, there's a simple way. One thing I didn't realize is how many biomes this game has been divided up into. While the launch pad counts as biome, so does the runway. So what we're going to do is just build a very, very simple craft. And once this loads, to build a simple craft, it's nothing special. All you need, just going to grab a cockpit. Yes, for these ones, I'm going to be using the Mark 1 cockpit, as it has more of a space planey, airplaney feel to it, but it actually doesn't matter too much. You could also add this if you want to get a couple extra crewmen, and since I'm just going to be getting a couple of science, I'm just seeing everything I have here quickly, sorry. Yeah, I don't have the jet engine. So what we want to have is we are going to be adding this to... Now, one thing you'll notice is the symmetry mode does work a little different. What you can do is, if you want this to be, as you can see, it's kind of going up with me like that instead of being on the opposite side. If you want it to be right across, just hit the R key. You'll see symmetry mode radial, and you'll see everything go on opposite ends like that. But we are going to be keeping it back in the mirror position, so we're going to put 2 like that. And what I want to do is, I'm just going to throw a fuel tank so I have a little bit of more space here, but it doesn't matter too much. Oops, there we go. Science. Because what I want to do is, I'm going to be putting a couple of those on. So this should give us some science. Now, this rocket doesn't actually have to launch. I don't even need that engine. Again, I just wanted to have the log temperatures kind of in a different spot. And I might do the same thing with these, actually. So that's going to be our little quick, simple rocket. Nothing special. So what we're going to do is just launch this. Wait for it to load. And all we want to do, we want to get a crew report. And as you can see, we're getting data from the runway. Observe materials. Keep. Temperature. Keep. Observe mystery goo. Log. And observe one more mystery goo container. An EVA here. Get an EVA report. Shoot. I need to be reset. There we go. Don't think the spacesuit was entirely necessary. Yes, I do agree with you there. So what we're just going to do is we're going to reboard the ship. And if we recover this vessel now, we will get a 17.5 science, which is more than enough. we've done that. So now we can go into here. Aviation, we're going to research that. Now, one thing I have learned about this, and that is I have been doing the crew thing. The reason we haven't been able to get the SAS is because you have to have a pilot. So we're just going to remove you. We're going to put Valentina Kerman on in the cockpit seat and use her for a while until we can get Jebediah back, because I lost him. But, you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. So as you can see, we got a bunch of new parts in our aviation. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking these fuel tanks. I'm going to be putting on... Oh, and to copy, all you have to do is just hit the Alt key. So that's all you have to do. For engines, we are going to want to use the basic jet engine. Like that. Aerodynamics, I'm going to be grabbing the Delta Deluxe winglet. And I'm going to be putting one on the top here. And then I'm going to be putting a couple like that. So we have our nice area there. And then what you're going to want some wings. And I'm going to want to move these like that. And the final thing you're going to want is you're going to want these control surfaces. Now, when you go to put these on, they're probably not going to line up. You just use the WASD keys to kind of get them where you want, and we should just need that. And the final thing is you're going to need a radial air intake, and we should only need one. Now, I'm also going to be putting on some parachutes. If you're good at flying planes and whatnot, that's fine. Just kind of throw them in the middle. The final thing is you're going to look at your center of thrust and your center of mass. Now, this center of thrust should never be in front of your center of mass, and that is because your plane will kind of go the wrong way. So we can actually move this back a lot. Don't know if I want it that far away. Or is it your center of lift, sorry. Center of lift and center of mass, I think. And so I think we want it like that. That should be good. There we go. This spacecraft should work. We are forgetting one final thing. We will need some landing gear on this sucker. And we won't need anything too fancy. We're going to put... Not that. We're going to put them like that, I think. And then I'm only going to want one in the front. That looks terrible. How does this look? There we go. Only not there. I'm going to want it right there, I think. So, what we need to do now is... Oh, we still need... We're just going to need something to send our science back. And I'm just going to put it there, split those apart. I think I'm going to need a couple more of these because we will be passing over some more extra biomes, so we're going to want that. The final thing is the jet engines, their fuel process is a little different. So instead of just taking the standard liquid fuel and oxidizer, they need liquid fuel and air intake. So what you can do is you can just get rid of all your oxidizer, because you're not going to need it, and we're going to have to redo the center thrust thing in a moment. I should have checked that at the end. But I think we're still good. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, I think. I think we're ready to launch this sucker. I hope. Hopefully everything goes to plan. Now, we need to do one more thing. Inside your map view, once this loads, we need to go up to map view, and I wish we weren't doing this at night, because it makes it a lot harder to see. But you're going to click on your location, activate navigation. You're going to go to map view, and oh, by the way, tap on the brakes to get your craft to stop rolling. And if you want to permanently engage brakes, just do that. One thing I forgot to do, make sure your staging's correct, because you don't want your things activating at the same time. We can enable SAS because we have Valentina Kerman here. And we're going to rev the engine all the way up. Why aren't you braking? And you won't be able to see it right now, but on our nav ball is this location up here. So you're going to want to bring your engine to maximum. Hit space. It'll take a few seconds for your engine to kind of rev up. And we are not going very straight, which worries me a little bit. And I'm hoping... Oh, this can't be good. So admittedly, this isn't going well. I don't know why this isn't rolling too well. Now we just need to find... What if I disable SAS? What happens then? I think all sorts of bad things happen. There we go, we can see our... I think I'm going to want to enable SAS again. So we want to go this way a little bit. We're going to want to lift up. Get over to this line. So you can kind of see the purple little navigation there. And then once we kind of get... Make sure you don't drop below the horizon. The final thing, a little word of warning, you're not going to want to get too much above 300 kilometers per second as the aerodynamics start getting like transonic range and can cause your craft to do all sorts of horrible things. We're going to stay a little low. In case you're wondering, your lights, your gears, and your brakes. Brakes is B, gears is G, lights is the U key. Again, you can change all this in your key binding. So we're going to fly, casually fly along. You can time accelerate if it's going too slow. I am not a huge fan of doing the time accelerate like this. I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. And one thing you can do is you can make sure you can log your temperature, see if you can get fresh data. We're just going to keep data. And you can also see which biome you're over, so while over the grasslands. So we're actually going to transmit this, as we should be able to build up our electric charge. Again, yep, electric charge is going because of our liquid fuel. I'm not going to be transmitting these because they do reset. And I also don't recommend getting out of your cockpit, as you may die. So observe mystery goo. I think we've already got this biome. Yeah. I'm going to keep this unless we get something better. We're just going to fly along. I may have to up speed just a little bit. We have tons of fuel. I may have only needed 3 canisters here. But that's fine. I wish I had lights on this craft now. That would have been cool. So we are going to get hopefully, I'm hoping we get a lot of science for this mission. I'm very excited. Now, this is unfortunately a little bit of a trip. It may take a while. So I might actually just kind of do this for now, just so I can jump ahead a little bit. Ooh, gotta keep your craft level. Last thing you want to have do is have your craft, go into the ground, crash, and kill us all. That'd be awful. Okay, it doesn't seem to like that. Ooh, okay. Not good. No! Let's see if we can get a new biome here. Crew reports. Ooh! Over the highlands. We're going to transmit that for sure. Log temperature? No, reset. We already have that. We transmit that and get a little more science. It's always nice to get the different biomes. They said I wish the craft would stay a little more stable at this altitude. Might be too heavy, but that is really, really far away. It is unfortunate, the recording software I'm using, I don't know how to edit scenes, and I don't have editing software. But if I do, I'll try to cut some of this out. One of my friends said I could borrow their fancy Mac or something. But that's okay. You can throw boosters on rockets if you want to get them going off really fast. That's okay. You shouldn't need much more than your first basic rocket. The important thing to make sure everything is symmetrical, level. And these parachutes are going to help us kind of when we need to stop. We might try and land, but may not go too well. The other thing you're going to want to keep in mind with aircraft, do not get them too high. And the reason for that is because of the atmosphere. If atmosphere gets too low, these air intakes will fail. And if that happens, then they won't be able to power the engine, you'll stall out, and you might crash. So, just something to keep in mind. See if I can warp ahead here a little bit. But the craft seems to want to sink. Yeah, it's just slowly sinking there. I don't like that at all. One cool thing, if you're in the cockpit, you can use the C, go to cockpit view, and we can still control our craft, no problem. But we get a nice kind of view outside. Look at that. Nice starry sky. Oop. Let's see. Want to hit that. Now, you'll know you're getting closer when this thing starts to go up, because I think it calculates at the very upper edge of the atmosphere. So, just keep that in mind. Now, I don't know what anyone else's plans for Star Wars they are, but as I said, I'm going to be watching The Empire Strikes Back. As, like I said, it's one of my favorites. Not that I'm saying that Return of the Jedi is bad, but, I just prefer that one. And I am totally going to be going to see the new Star Wars, The Force Awakens. I'm excited for it. I know it's gotten a bit of flack, and people are upset about different things, but I think it'll be fun. Also, if you haven't seen Age of Ultron yet, I highly, highly recommend going to watch that movie, because it is pretty awesome. A lot of cool fight scenes, a lot of action, general epicness. I don't want to get anything in the way. If you haven't seen it, and if you watch the Agents of Shield, Marvel's Agents of Shield, they do have a couple of small references to the movie. If you don't watch the show, don't worry. It's not a big deal. I personally like it and follow it, and it's kind of fun how they have different callbacks to it. I know they had a couple of callbacks to the second Thor movie. Actually, both Thor movies they've had integrated. The first one, they kind of referenced the hammer. The second one, they've talked about kind of the mess that was created. They referenced Captain America. So it's pretty good. Like I said, I enjoy it. It's a fun little show. Now, I am slowly losing speed, which is not good on my craft. And I'm hoping... I'm not sure what to do about that. By the way, if you want to see multiple fuel tanks, just hold Alt and click on them. You can bring them all up. There used to be a way to kind of drain them into each other, but maybe you can't do that anymore. I don't know. That's okay, we don't need to right now. So maybe our speed's okay. Let's see how we're doing for distance. We are going along. I'm surprised we're not angling more towards it. From what I understand, the crafts will, once we enter the zone, it'll pop up here and show us, I hope. But yeah, if you are playing Kerbal and you've been following along and you haven't gotten the orbit, please don't try it, as I really should have waited to have a few more parts, better engines and re-entry, and now I'm going to be having to try and, save Jebediah Kerman stranded up there. But don't worry, guys, he's a trooper. He's gonna, if anyone can survive up there without any other resources, I think it's him. I'm confident in his ability to do that. I wish I could time warp better, but I don't like the fact this sinks down. Let's do 2 times, see what happens. Get there a little faster. Oh, what are these? These don't look good. I don't know why my gears are flashing red. not really making me confident too much. I'm hoping they don't just like. The hell? If I slow this down, does it? No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't know why they'd be flashing red. There's nothing that would cause them to flash red. We are still losing speed too, which is weird. Maybe this craft is too heavy. I don't know. It's weird. I forgot to turn my Steam off. Shoot. I'm sure Jebediah Kerman's having a great time up here all by himself. Hey, holding in there, buddy. No, it won't let me. Oh well. Let's go back into here. We keep going. Like I said, we are slowly losing some speed, but not sure what we can do about that right now. Now let's see if we can get a new crew report. Nope. Still over the Highlands. Highlands are huge, apparently. Yeah, I don't know how it's recording, but it doesn't look like it's overly good. We are getting a lot closer, though. And for contracts, take a crew report below. We can't do that, but we should have no distance records either, or speed records. Yeah, definitely don't go into speed too quickly, or go for the orbit too fast. That was a mistake on my part, and I think I missed out on some free money. So, oh well, it'll be fine. Now, off in the distance over there, I think I am seeing a new biome. Right there. You can't see it from the cockpit. Oh well. That's okay. We'll find out in a moment. Kind of want to keep the altitude under 10,000. I don't want it to go over that too badly. So I'm going to level out, I think, a little bit. Or try to at least. Looks like my target is a little below the skyline. That's okay. Maybe that's why. Maybe my target's just below the skyline. That's why I'm going down. Like I said, I am losing speed rapidly. Not rapidly, but over time. Come on. New biome. Yeah, this game... my house from here. It's pretty funny. This game, I know the Earth has hundreds of biomes on it. You know, you have your Arctic, your Antarctic, your desert biome, your mountains, your oceans, your lakes. You have a couple mystery areas you can get different science from. Even around the Space Center, like I said, the launch pad and the runway both have different kinds of science on them. So if you are wondering, if you are a little bit short, just check out a new biome. You can build kind of a simple little space plane like this, and this plane would probably take you most of the way around the planet. Again, I probably should only had 3 engines in here. It would have dramatically reduced my weight. However, we're missing 20, 18 from each, so in a little while we'll only be 3 remaining, so. Or it'd be the equivalency of having only 3. You can do staging, but on airplanes, and like I said, I have it for the parachutes, but that's about it. So we are climbing up a little bit. We're going to rotate a little bit. Hopefully we can get over... No, maybe that's not new terrain. That's silly. That's okay. You know, that's fine. We're going to log Observe Material Bay. Oh! Wow. Reset. Apparently I won't get new stuff. And we are nearing our location. So that is exciting. Just got to turn a little bit. Oh, here we go. So, we want to do our crew report. Collecting survey data for 0-P5C2. We're just going to keep that for now. And we're going to observe Material Bay. And I'm hoping... Damn. I was hoping we'd come across something more interesting by now. Ooh, and keep that. Log temperature. We're going to keep that. And now here's the thing. We are soon going to be going outside, so I am going to turn this sucker around. And reduce my speed while I'm trying to turn. We are going to bleed off quite a lot of speed here. That's kind of my hope. Oh no! We're coming in for a landing! We're gonna crash! And yes, I'm well aware of the fact this is not how you land a plane. I want to rotate a little bit more, but I'm hoping on the grasslands we can do this. So I am just trying to steer away from the water a bit. I'm hoping we get a bunch of science, but we did, as you can see, we got our contract complete. And what I'm probably going to be doing after this is testing that one that's just on the ground. And you could actually just kind of kill the engine here. Because with your surfaces, you can just kind of glide in. As you can see, we are losing speed. That's okay. And again, we have our bailout option. If we just hit space, get our parachutes. Just hoping that these don't explode. Yes, I did do a quick save just in case. It's F9, by the way, by default to do a quick save. If you change your settings, that's fine. Yeah, we're picking up a little bit of speed. If you bring your nose up like this, you will bleed off speed. And what we can do is go like that. If you kind of just rotate like this and kind of put your whole craft into the wing of it, you will dramatically lose speed. Oh, got to keep your wing out. So we can do that maneuver. So you rotate with your Q or E, bring your nose up by hitting W, and as you can see, it does bring our speed down a bunch. Since we are pointing towards the ground, we are going down. I am worried we're coming down a little fast, but it'll be fine. I can always just go like this. And you should be able to glide quite a way. So the nice thing about these engines, or these types of crafts, even if you run out of power because of the kind of atmospheric aerodynamic stuff, you can just use your wings to glide. So that is an option. So our air take isn't even taking really, it's taking a little bit in because it's flowing in, but we're not really doing anything with it. So we're losing a lot of speed. We're coming down pretty fast. So you want to have, so you may want to have a little bit of speed. No, to come in. I don't know what the magical number is, but you're going to want a little bit, I guess. But I was just showing you, if you don't have very much left and you just need to use it strategically, you can do that. No, I don't want to go up. I want to go down. You know what? I think we're just going to use our staging. And this is going to do what you can do if you just right click, shut down engine. So what we're going to do is I'm just hitting my S key to get rid of my horizontal speed. And then the parachute should now will engage and just calmly bring us down. I'm not comfortable enough yet to land these things. I know there's some people out there that can. Kudos, guys. I can't do that. So what we can do is once we land, we're just going to do an EVA and make sure all of our experiments have been done. Huh. That's not ideal. Huh. Okay, so that was a bit, coming down like that was too fast. Damn. EVA report. Set PA, reset. I'm gonna have to walk away from the craft for a second. Maybe I've already gotten it. Grab. So I'm very, very sad about that. Board. We're gonna have to recover our vessel here. Hope to God we get some stuff back. A little bit of science. I'm actually very disappointed about that and very saddened by this. Oh, that really sucks. Huh. Okay. Evidently our craft is a bit too heavy. Discard. We're just going to check our tracking center to see if there's anything kind of left out there. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, these must be new locations. Yeah, this is all gone now. Okay, we're going to have to... I bet those might be new surveys. I do apologize for my craft crashing there. I'm very sad by that, because we didn't get any science at all. So we've gotten one active. Right. Not sure how to do that one. Or, I am, I just can't right now. So let's see if there's any more that we can just do. Someone that's taking EV report. Wow, that's going to take a while. Alright, we're going to accept this one quickly. The launch stability enhancer at launch site, TT118-A. Accept. So we need to go in here for our launch site and look for the TT. I have no idea what that is though. It's possible we don't have this part yet. Oh, here it is. So all we need to do for this is that engines. No, not that. And this. And then these things are really cool as your stability enhancers. And all you're going to want to do, put a parachute on like that. And now these things are a stage. So what you can do is you could have your engine engage and then let go, or let go all at once. There's advantages to both. You probably aren't going to want to do this. Probably just going to want to keep them together. So what we're going to do is, we don't even have to do anything special with this. All we need to do is rev up our engine a little, turn stability on. Forgot to take Bill Kerman out, that's fine. So we should already have Kerbal launch site, hit space, immediately going to disengage the rocket. Now, one thing I forgot to do was make sure it doesn't actually crash back into that tower, because that would be unfortunate. Nice part is, we can slow ourselves down. Then we can recover our vessel. There we go. Another contract is successfully completed. 11 science, yay. Bill Carmen, no XP. What I need to do is the astronaut column, not this one. Although, do I have... I don't want to do another visual survey, but we probably can do this in one go. But that might have to wait until next time, because we're at the 33-minute mark, guys. Where does the time go? Well, it was me trying to get to that location and successfully crashing the rocket. Now, I think there's a way to set the order. So, but I don't know how to do that. Because you want to have the pilot... I don't want to fire them. I think we're just going to have to remember to take them out and put them back. Oh. What we can do is... Oh, by the way, you can just right-click, recover. There you go. Get the rest of it. And that was just that strut that was sitting there. And I don't think at this time I want to upgrade anything. Oops. Because I think the next upgrades are a bit pricey. Phonics. We don't need this yet. And we don't have enough money. We're not using the admin building. I'm not taking more than 2 at a time. The reason I want to do the tracking station, the flight planning might be useful, if that's what I think it is. The runway we're not using much right now, but actually our next craft will be, though, but I don't think we'll need to do anything fancy. So let's just, let's actually leave it now until we can do a serious upgrade. I am glad I did this. I don't think we'll need to do this. If we run into an issue where our parts need 30, then we'll do that. All right. Anyway, guys, we're at 35 minutes, so I think I'm going to take a break there and put a cut in. I hope you have a great May the 4th day, or if you're watching this on a different day, any day of the week should always be great. Until next time, this is Lethologica. Cheers, everyone.